Oh, Elden Ring. I've heard a lot about this game. People keep talking about it on Twitter. It seems pretty hyped up and people are really excited for it, so I figured I'd try it out myself. Holy shit! That's the first boss in the game, dude? It's way too difficult. I'm gonna go on Twitter and complain about it. Hey! Shut up. Accessibility in video games, for some weird reason, is a hot topic on Twitter, which isn't really saying much, since anything is a hot topic on Twitter if you're mad enough. If you think this video is supposed to advocate having an easy mode for accessibility in Elden Ring or Dark Souls, you'd be sorely mistaken. Or if you think that I'm some Fromsoftware fanboy that can't fathom the idea of the game having an easy mode, no! You'd be more wrong than those that want an easy mode in these games. The thing about Dark Souls is that we all start on the same playing field. In Dark Souls 1, we awaken a cell as a confused, dried up, wrinkly sack where our sole purpose is to be a dickhead and collect the soul.
Collect the soul.
Collect the soul!
Get good.
Then die. Now Dark Souls 2... God. Sorry about that. As the Ashened one in Dark Souls 3, you're no longer a dickhead, but you will still die a lot. Lords of Cinder, bad. First Flame, bad. Me and Cycle, wait. I know that plin-plin-plon anywhere. Bloodborne is simply just a post-Brexit Britain that happens to take place in a Lovecraftian world where you ingest umbilical cords, pray to the moon god or some shit, own a gun and fist pigs. Also, you fucking die. Sekiro, Shadows Die. Owie. Elden Ring is no different. You're a lowly tarnished brought back to the lands between, guided by grace in search for the Elden Ring. And you have no bitches. The point I'm trying to make is that these games are bullshit and can be pretty fucking difficult, like holy shit. This is a learning curve. This is a learning curve. This is a learning curve, and this is a learning curve. All of these games have what I like to call a learning curve BTW, which is just my dumb way of saying, you gon' learn today. A learning curve BTW can be either a boss fight, a location, or even an entire DLC. Naturally, you can choose how to approach the situation. Come back to it later when you have a better plan in mind to make meaningful progression, or be me, a fucking idiot that kept fighting a boss for an embarrassing amount of time until I finally killed it. I'm not stubborn, but I am very stubborn. You know that dragon in the swamp area here? Yeah, I killed it, and I have both the item and the bloodshot red eyes to prove it, because I fought that thing in like sub 15 FPS. And you know the stupid fucking lizard in the cave here? Yeah, I killed that too, and I have the weapon plus the mental scars to prove it, because that thing kept using the same fucking move 5 times in a row, holy shit. Then there are others where it's just sucks to suck, good luck, and get fucked. Just because I'm an Unga Bunga monkey that doesn't know when to quit, that doesn't mean you have to do the exact same thing as me. You can find your own way to approach these things and still die. It's a Fromsoftware game. The only fairness in their games is death. There are no unfair deaths in Fromsoftware games. Only bullshit hitboxes. What the fuck? Wanna know what other games are difficult? Platformers! Yes, I am comparing Dark Souls, a franchise made to be purposefully difficult for you to overcome adversity, to platforming games. I'm not joking. I already know there's gonna be that one person telling me,
Jardy, you fucking casual! You can't compare Dark Souls with Crash Bandicoot!
oh yeah? Well, watch this! Admittedly, calling Crash Bandicoot the Dark Souls of platforming is definitely a stretch, and the difficulty margin between the two games is drastically different. But the thing these games have in common is death and learning from your mistakes, and also fucking bullshit. With Crash Bandicoot, you're dealing with depth perception, precise platforming, moving platforms, a turtle, ice physics, a bridge, more ice physics, honestly, just this entire level, and having your game crash on the PS4. And you know, Fromsoftware Software games just have bosses with like 1,000,000 HP, bosses that one-shot you for looking at them funny, normal enemies that have 1,000,000 HP, normal enemies that one-shot you for existing, normal enemies that attack you in packs because fuck you in particular, an enemy that you think is just a normal enemy but is actually a mini-boss. Holy shit, I'm dead. Gravity. Oh my god. It happened again. Okay. Simply existing, the tutorial, the list really does just go on. The point in this mental gymnastics of a comparison is to show you that each game is difficult in its own right, but it's not necessarily impossible. It takes time and the willingness to learn from each death in the hopes of improving and getting better. Contrary to a popular belief, saying get good doesn't necessarily mean you're a gatekeeping dickhead. Most of the time. Surprisingly enough, it's genuine advice that certain individuals can't seem to grasp. You could watch a guide on a boss fight, then die. You could have your own Twitch chat, backseat game, the entire time you're live streaming telling you what you should and shouldn't do. Guess what? You'll still die. The reason this is the case is because simply watching a guide or having someone tell you what to do, when to do it, or what gear to wear won't help you if your execution isn't on point. Finally killed him. Holy shit. The only way to improve on the execution is if you fight the boss yourself and get your shit kicked in until you know the fight like the back of your hand, or just mod the game. Dying is a fundamental part of these games, like how is that so hard to understand? And with death comes progression. Sometimes. Progression is kinda weird in Fromsoftware games. If you want to progress in Dark Souls, you best believe in jolly cooperation. Want to explore Ashina? Well brother, you better learn how to counter. And you can't leave the hunter's dream until you learn how to shoot, parry, and fist your enemies in a non-kinky way, unless this is your kink, in which case, have at it. We don't kink shame here. Now, if you want to traverse the lands between, honestly, you can fuck around and find out elsewhere if you're stuck on something. Go fight some big-ass bears. How about some big lobsters? Why are there so many big enemies? What the fuck is that? And somehow wind up back in California. How the fuck? Point is, the world is yours to explore in Elden Ring. So get out there and have fun. Okay, no more beating around the bush. I think it's fine that the Dark Souls games don't have an easy mode, given that it's the way Miyazaki intended. Taking away the difficulty of a Fromsoftware game is basically taking away 1/3 of its identity, which is difficulty, batshit insane lore, and the world building. And I guess PvP is kinda mixed in with the difficulty. The main rebuttal for this is that it's optional, so if you don't want to play it on easy mode, they don't have to. But then comes the problem, a slight split in the player base. Those that played the game the way God intended, and then those that played the watered-down version. Playing through the watered-down version would strip you of the satisfaction of experiencing the game how it was intended alongside many other poor souls. Admittedly, trying to change one of the core pieces of the game to simply appease a small group of people doesn't make sense. Not every game needs to be made for everyone. Fromsoftware games won't appeal to everyone, and that's completely fine. If you know their games aren't targeted towards you, why make a big deal out of it? They know their fan base and they know how they want to make their games, just accept that as fact and move on. And don't think I forgot about a certain website that keeps trying to throw disabled people under the bus as an example for why these games need an easy mode. Fuck you. If you're bad at the game, then just admit it. Hell, I'm bad at the game. It took me damn near like 2 hours to beat the Tree Sentinel, embarrassingly enough, but you don't see me crying about it on Twitter. If you yourself are disabled, then I can see your point of view. But at the same time, you sound like you're generalizing all disabled individuals, claiming that they also can't beat these games. There is literally a video called Disabled Quadriplegic Shows Why Sekiro Doesn't Need an Easy Mode, and if they can do this, then it's not impossible. People with varying disabilities are living their lives on Dark Souls mode seemingly every day. They don't need someone on Twitter advocating for why they need an easy mode to accommodate them. That's inconsiderate and seemingly condescending. Anyways, praise be let me solo her. May all people of the Souls community strive to be like them. A pothead.